Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. Oh, you're a programmer. I have a problem with my printer. What's the equivalent of this in your job? Oh, you're an occupational therapist. Can you help me find a job? This is by far the funniest. And I'm sorry people ask you that. Don't be sorry, OP understands the risks, it's just an occupational hazard. Oh, you're a geologist. What kind of rock is this? Just kidding, we love that shit and we'll tell you a long story of the history of that rock and how we saw examples in the field in the middle of nowhere. Ahaha, yes we will. Other common questions include: is this a meteorite? No, it's industrial slag. Is this a diamond? No, it's quartz. How much is this rock /mineral /fossil worth? Probably $0. Is this a dinosaur bone? No, it is not. Is this gold? No, it's pyrite /fool's gold. Oh, you're a mechanical engineer, can you fix my car? Yes, but it's going to cost $20 million in R&D. And another $2,000 for your psychologist. Yup, and we're only going to license the IP of the fixing instructions to you. If you want it fixed, that'll need continuation funding. I was going to spend it on a psychologist, but I accidentally bought a whiskey cabinet instead. My dad, a mechanic, can't understand why my mom, a mechanical engineer, can't work on her car. He never questions why he can't design stuff. I'm a mechanical engineer and I'm really good with machines, but I know nothing about most actual systems. I always tell people that I can figure out the problem eventually, but I'm probably going to need to have it for a month, strip down the entire thing, and might end up saying this part is chipped and there's nothing I can do. So you're a statistician. I never get to help friends and family with my professional skills. I write statistics textbooks and financial math textbooks, and my wife is a veterinarian. Let's just say we only talk about her day when she gets home. I frequently do get the "oh, you're a math guy, can you multiply these two really big numbers or figure out square roots in your head?" No. No, I can't. I am a mathematician, not a calculator. My son is in school for actuarial science. I gather this is why no one will ask him shit lol. I never get to help friends and family with my professional skills. That seems unlikely, statistically speaking. Grandma, I'm just saying, the odds of you winning the Powerball are 7,554/32. Shut it, Keith. Oh, you're an electrical engineer. Can you wire my garage? I get this one, except it is the VCR. And it's my mom. And I've told her 100 times I don't fix VCRs. And also my dad is also an electrical engineer and doesn't fix VCRs. Also, after undergrad 11 years ago, I went to medical school and never practiced as an engineer. What good are you? Ha, you're one of the rare engineers to doctors. I have a friend like that. Chose the toughest major and then decided he wanted to be a surgeon. His wife about keeled over when he told her he was applying for medical school. Oh, you're a paramedic. I have this thing on my toe, will you check it? Ask for $5, look at it for 2 seconds and tell them to go to the hospital /doctor. I would tell them that if they wanted me to look, they have to call for the ambulance since it carried all of my very specialized tools. Oh, you're a chemical analyst. You must know how to make drugs. Boys in high school once asked our science teacher if he knew how to make a bomb. Edit, the teacher admitted that he knew. But didn't tell how. Just left it at that. My high school physics / chemistry teacher actually worked at a nuclear power plant. Oh, she was great. Oh, you're a therapist. Tells me about their family member who really needs to see a therapist. Or asks what your diagnosis is of someone they have introduced you to. Since you think it's all about you, narcissistic personality disorder. You're invited to my party /event /wedding /celebration. Please could you bring your camera? Sure. Bring 600mm lens and only takes pictures of pigeons, because I'm a wildlife photographer. Little do they know I'm actually a pornographer. I once went to a wedding where they put out dozens of disposable cameras at the reception and asked everyone to take pictures with those. They did also have a professional photographer and they made it clear that for the big photo moments, first dance, cake cutting, etc., we were to stay firmly out of the photographer's way. The bride told me later that while they clearly weren't professionally done, a lot of the candid shots from those disposables were really good and showed that people were genuinely having a good time celebrating. Now this is a great idea. If I'll have weddings someday, I'd love to do something like this. Oh, you're a pharmacist. Well, I have this huge, gaping wound on my left butt cheek. Can you look at it and tell me what I can use over the counter? Sir. Please go to the hospital. In some countries, pharmacists can act as the kind of first line of access to the healthcare system. They have walk-in clinics for people who can ask, is this really serious enough to see a doctor about, or can you fix it with a pill/cream? I've seen that a lot in the developing world, where doctors may be scarce. Oh, you're a writer. Can you help with this very important legal letter? And a non-job bonus, you're married to my programmer son, can you help me with my phone? My husband gets the "you work in IT, my printer isn't working" questions from his mum. She thinks he does tech support. He programs systems for universities, government departments, etc. I worked as a general admin in a small IT department. I found out my mother-in-law was telling people that I could build a website for them. I work as the IT director of a very small company while I finish up my Ms. I have told the company owner at least a dozen times this year I can't make changes to our website. I can send changes to the company that handles it, but we pay every time we use them, so you should probably come up with more than change the wording of this sentence here or switch that for a new picture before having me request it. She reacts like it's new information each time. I would love to see the reaction if I told her the complete truth. Yes, I am capable of doing the design work, but that's not what I'm paid for and not a liability I am going to assume, especially without additional compensation. Edit. I love the number of suggestions to create a shell company and outsource to myself for additional profit. I would never do it, but I love it. Oh, you work in construction. Proceeds to ask about fixing things around the house, asking if something was installed wrong because it doesn't look right, or wanting a price quotes for various projects. Tear it down to the studs. I love using this one. I'm a carpenter and construction project manager. I get these little requests all the time. Easiest way is to say, yeah, that's fucked. Gonna take some work to fix. Maybe take it back to the frame because it wasn't built for that purpose and needs rework. You watch their face turn pale and they reply, I can live with it, I think. Works every time. My dad didn't work in construction, like at all, but he was extremely handy. He spent one summer replacing all the retaining walls in the front of our house. He redesigned them and they looked amazing as he worked on them. We lived in a more urban area, so it was very visible from the street, which had a fair amount of traffic. I cannot tell you the number of people who stopped, pulled in our driveway while he was working and asked him to come quote replacing the walls at their house because ours looked so nice. He would just smile and say, oh, I'm just the homeowner here, not a professional. And these people would call him a liar and / or insist they give them a quote and would tell them their addresses. It was crazy. He probably could have made bank, but it was such a difficult, taxing and involved project, he never wanted to do it again after he finished our walls, lol. Sure, I can come take a look, but it's a $200 visit fee. And then just go, take their money, and say, oh, I don't do that kind of work, sorry. If people want to insist you come to their house, they can pay for your time. Edit. Folks, in this hypothetical scenario, you are not a professional. Whatever job the person is asking you to do, you're just a homeowner doing a DIY project and someone drives up and demands you come look at their house, as is the scenario presented by Taps. I get it. If you're a professional whatever, there are a ton of ways to make easy money. That's not what I'm talking about. Oh, you're a truck driver. Can you come tell me what's wrong with my car? I just drive the damn things. You want the shop guys for that? Edit. Okay, well. Lots of attention on this one. To clarify a few things. I know how to do basic maintenance on my truck, replace bulbs, fuses, etc. But for serious repairs, that's on the shop. Yes, I know your great-great-grandpappy twice removed drove a truck since he was 3 and can take one apart and put it back together blindfolded. Most drivers aren't like that. All I'm saying is driving them doesn't automatically equal being able to fix them by any means. Yes, I know how to check my fluids and all that. In fact, we're required by law to do it every morning. Too many drivers don't, and that'll come back to bite them in the ass sooner or later. Hey, you drive trucks, can you help me move? I mean, yes, I just don't want to. Can you help me move is the reason why I'm always busy during the weekends until I find out what's up. To be clear, if my friends ask me directly and offer to feed me, I'm in. If they're trying to trick or guilt me, no fucking way. Oh, you're an accountant. Can you add and / or multiply these huge numbers in your head lightning fast? No. You have no idea what I do. Followed up by, oh, you're an accountant, can you help me with my taxes? You get that with math too. Like I study number theory and shit. Mayo, stop trying to force me to calculate the tip for lunch in my head. Edit. To all the people who keep spamming me with their tip mnemonics, you are totally missing the point. My job isn't to be a human calculator. Randomly turning to me and going, what's 16% of 78.69 because I studied math is a really stupid connection to try to make. Working on my math masters right now and I get this a lot. No, I do not want to raise your calculator, but if you want to know the proof that there are an infinite number of primes or how to tell if a topology is compact or not, I would be happy to explain. Nothing is scarier than an accountant who trusts their mental math.